had always been under the impression that research was something that was sort of exclusively for people in the sciences. And it wasn't until recently with ICRU that I learned that I was wrong about that, and that there are plenty of opportunities open for people that are looking to do research or creative work in the creative arts.
If your interests lie in creative writing and literature, in the arts and humanities, it can be especially difficult to figure out how does my passion for foreign languages, for literary translation, for writing fiction or poetry, how can that be a career?
I am an international studies major. I'm doing a minor in Spanish and a certificate in writing as well. I wanted to find some sort of practical experience that involved working in a global environment, working with people from different cultures around the world. I am working with the International Writing Program right now, specifically the distance learning team, with the massive open online courses that we run here.
We saw it as a way to teach literature and especially creative writing in a large-scale format to thousands of people around the world.
We had heard about ICRU and decided to kind of mold my internship into more of a research experience and into a project that was much more specific than what I had been doing before. So there's two main components to that. First would be course design, so looking at the platform of the course and the content we build into them to be sure that all the content is accessible to as many people around the world as we can possibly have it. And the second part of that is outreach, so reaching out to English language fellows mostly around the world.
So Jeff has worked really hard so that a person working at a library or an American Corners or a university can invite people into a classroom space or a discussion space of some kind and say, here, we have this package, now we can all participate in this MOOC together, and we can build our own community sort of in reflection of the online community that we're becoming part of.
What I like most, or what I find most exciting about this, is that working with the International Writing Program on this specifically is such a great environment to do it because we have such a global focus on the courses that we're doing, and we're kind of ahead of the game as far as having a global focus for online education.
It's really important to support undergraduate involvement in research and creative work at the university because their perspective is different. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how best to design learning processes in communities. Jeff and our other undergraduates are actively taking part in learning communities. Their experience of how higher education is working is it could not be more current, and their perspective is incredibly valuable. The undergraduates we've had working here in distance learning, and I think at the IWP as a whole, have made incredible contributions. There's a quickness to see and to invent. There's a quickness to sort of spot new ways to do things, and at least in my experience, there's a deep commitment to the goals, and the ideals that drive us in the first place.
The International Writing Program is a great outlet for doing work that's not just sort of global diplomacy work, but also very creatively driven diplomacy work. And that's exactly what I was looking for.
If one is in a position of being able to offer those experiences to undergraduates, not just to say come take a tour of the office or something, but to actually come and be part of a project that puts all of those passions and skills to work, I think it's really important to do that.